In this video, we'll look at 3 ways to raise the effectiveness of your coaching. As coaches, we're always looking for ways to hone our skills and improve the delivery of our coaching services. I'd like to share with you 3 ways that I think will work for you and help you to continue to challenge yourself so that you can be the most effective coach with your clients. So the first way is to ask shorter questions. What this achieves is to get your client to talk more. In coaching, as I've mentioned in a past video, we like to have a ratio of 2/3 to 1/3, or even better in terms of how much the client talks and how much you talk. One way to achieve that ratio is to ask shorter questions. When you ask shorter questions, it gets the client talking more, and you can spend more of your time listening to the client versus doing the talking. So what are examples of asking shorter questions? Here are some simple ones that you can use right away. Tell me more. This is a great way to get your client to continue to talk about the topic that they're on at that moment. Sometimes we fall into the trap of thinking we need to ask another question rather than simply dig deeper into the existing answer. Tell me more does exactly that. Another one, which is even shorter than tell me more, is and. You ask the question and then you look at them expectantly. All they can do is expand on their answer and tell you more. Here's another short one. Why do you think that's so? Why do you think that's so? Again, we're digging into what their response was and looking for more explanation about their thoughts. What's your next move? Where do you go from here? These are action-oriented, short questions to get them thinking about forward movement. And then the last example here is, what are you feeling right now? Tell me about that. We sometimes want to delve into the feelings of the client because we sense that there's something going on emotionally inside the client as they're sharing an answer with us, and we'd like to explore that to understand that aspect of what's going on for them. So challenge yourself to ask shorter questions and get the client to talk more. I think you'll find that you'll be able to easily achieve that ratio that we've talked about and learn even more about what the client has to say about a given situation. Okay, let's go on to idea number 2 now. Idea number 2 is for you to use more silence. This is a challenge for many coaches because we are used to filling the silence in conversation. And so to actually purposefully bring silence into a conversation feels really uncomfortable. And it will also make your client uncomfortable, which is the good news. You want them to be uncomfortable in a coaching situation and share more. So be comfortable getting uncomfortable with the client. And what do I mean by silence? So when you ask one of those questions that we just talked about, such as, and, you pair that with silence and sit there and look at them expectantly. Don't say a word. 5 seconds can go by. 10 seconds can go by. It's totally okay for that to happen. And it doesn't matter whether you're meeting face-to-face, having a video coaching session, or even talking on the phone, which might be the most uncomfortable medium for silence. But believe me, when you try this, you'll see that the client will fill the space. And even better, what comes out next might be exactly what they need to say and address with you as the coach. So use this powerful tool of silence in your next coaching session and see how well it works for you. And continue to challenge yourself to bring more silence into your coaching situations. And start to gain the sense for when it's right to bring silence. You're not going to do it after every single question, but it is good to use it effectively throughout a coaching session at just the right times. All right, your third and final idea for this video. Be fully present. You want to be 100% present for your client in your coaching sessions, which allows you to know what's the next question to ask, know when it's time to be silent, sense when they're feeling something that you want to go into. It's your presence that gives them the feeling of being completely heard, and they can sense your interest and curiosity when you're fully present. So how do we go about achieving that? Well, a few ideas here for you. One is to avoid back-to-back coaching sessions. It's nice to have a break in between coaching sessions, which allows you to go through a routine to become fully centered and ready for the next client. So a way that you might do that is to get up, change the environment, walk around a little bit, think about the client that's coming up, or sit quietly, close your eyes, go through a short deep breathing exercise, meditate for a minute to kind of center yourself and become more mindful, and prepare yourself for the conversation. Think about the client and know that what you want to achieve is to be fully centered and available for that client. By creating your own routine for how you can become 100% present and doing that again and again before each coaching session, I think you'll find that it'll help you. Within a coaching session, you're going to sense that at times your mind is starting to drift. It's very natural for the mind to drop in and out of conversation. It happens to us all. So don't kick yourself when that happens. Instead, catch yourself and draw yourself back into the coaching session and be fully present once again. Make eye contact. Lean in. Try not to think of the next question you're going to ask, but instead listen deeply to what the client is saying. That's being fully present. The next question will generally reveal itself when you fully concentrate on the client. Afterwards, journal. Write down your thoughts about the coaching session that happened and your ability to stay fully present with the client. The more you establish a routine before the session, concentrate within the session, and then journal after the session, the better you'll get at being fully present, and you'll see your coaching effectiveness go up to the next level. I hope these ideas have been helpful to you. If you like, please comment or share this video with other people who might be helped by this. If you have questions about the content of this video or would like to learn more about my services for training and certifying coaches to work with executives and leaders, please email me at michael@bayerexecutivecoach.com. And of course, subscribe to the channel so that you'll see more videos on the way to help you to be a more effective coach. Thank you.